Good morning, everybody. Wakey, wakey. It's time for Morning Glory. My name is MC Kalia, and I'll be your captain for the next 1 hour, 30 minutes. Let's have this conversation going. Good morning, everybody. Wakey, wakey. It's time for Morning Glory. My name is MC Kalia, and I'll be your captain for the next 1 hour, 30 minutes. Let's have this conversation going. Good morning, everybody. Wakey, wakey. It's time for Morning Glory. My name is MC Kalia, and I'll be your captain for the next 1 hour, 30 minutes. Let's have this conversation going. 'Good morning, everybody. Wakey, wakey. It's time for Morning Glory. My name is MC Kalia, and I'll be your captain for the next 1 hour, 30 minutes. Let's have this conversation going.
5 minutes past the hour, 8 in the AM. My name is MC Kalia. This is the Morning Glory Show, the 25th day of April 2023. If you already tuned in, let me know where you tuned in from. And of course, we are coming live from Dawi Afrique Photography. It is a production house based in Eldoret, Zion Mall. That is at the basement air. So anytime you need anything that goes into video or photo production, then consider working with us. Now, there is a small season that comes with the April-May holiday. And if you're planning an event around this time, make sure that you work with us, because we are assuring you a very nice experience in front of the camera and well-documented memories at the end of the rope. So if you're looking to have well-documented work, this is the place to be. If you're looking to get nice portraits in a very family-friendly setup, then consider also working in this particular studio. Nonetheless, allow me to also talk about how you need to dress to be addressed. Of course, today, much of the talking will touch on dressing, because we are talking about Kitenge festivals. But then before we go there, I would want to recommend that you walk into D-Square and get to dress to be addressed. If you'd want a casual look, if you want an official look, then consider also getting it from D-Square. on the flip side, they now also have a school. So if you'd want to take up fashion as a career, consider also studying from D-Square School of Fashion Design and Tailoring. At the moment, it is the best institution to learn from in town. Apart from affordable school fees or tuition fees, also you get a chance to learn from the best. Immediately you exit class, then you also walk into the fashion house and get to learn from the best. That means the guys working at the fashion house. So this time I would just want to assure you that you really need to walk into the 4th floor of Ketia's building in Eldoret CBD and do what you've got to do. Now, allow me to also tell you about my guests. My guests today are the planners of the Kitenge Festival. With me in studio this morning is Maxivan. He's one of the guys there. Of course, he'll get a chance to do an introduction. We also have Nebat Nebo, lakini si tunamjua pia na jina jingine. Hope he'll be mentioning it on the show. And last but not least is Nick the Trend. He's an MC in town. But then to make sure that I accord them the right introduction, let me give them a chance to introduce themselves, starting with Nelson. Karibu sana, bro.
Asante sana. My name's Nelson Tobiama, but I'm well known as Maxivan, and I work at the Senate office, Liaison. My profession is I'm a finance officer. Today I'm here because of Kitenge Fashion Festival. On Kitenge, I deal with models and designers. That is my major part, and partly sponsors and other parts of the making of Kitenge Fashion Festival. Kitenge Fashion Festival is the biggest fashion event in East and possibly South Africa, and I'm proud, and I pride against it, and pride towards it, because it's a project that we've started way long, and it has come a long way to be where it is right now. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for that. That is Maxivan for you. The next person next to Maxivan is called Nebo. So Nebo, it's your time to introduce yourself.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Kalia. My name is Nebat Shiveka Arusei, popularly known as Nebat Nebo. Yeah, currently working at Troopers Fun and Fitness Center as the general manager, and also I call myself a marketing guru, as I've been in the marketing industry for the longest time, and I'm also one of the directors at Kitenge Fashion Festival, where basically I'm in charge of coordinating and corporate, where we look for sponsors and partners. Such an honor to be here. To be very nice.
Okay, thank you so much for making time to be with us this morning. Nick na shades zake, karibu sana bro.
Asante sana. Shukuru with my beautiful shades. Wacha nitoe ndo watu wanione, wasiseme labda nililala mahali.
Macho zimenyanya.
Yes, macho zimenyanya. So thank you. I'm Nicholas Karanja, lakini jina ya usanii inajulikana kama MC Nick the Trend. And first of all, it's such a honor to be here. Again, this is the second time I'm here. And what I do basically, currently I'm doing MCing events, which is now my real-time job. But professionally, I'm a salesperson. So he is a marketing guru, he's a finance guru, I am a sales guru. So my work is to sell.
Okay, I would say a perfect threesome, but then it will sound. being an elder, there are words you can't use.
Unachunga matamishi.
Anyway.
And so today we're here because of Kitenge Fest, and I'll say it's such a big honor to work with this team. I'm part of the team of Kitenge Fashion Festival, from the first event now to this event, and I'm hoping na uwezo wa Mwenyezi Mungu nitaenda mpaka mbele kabisa. So I'll say like I'm the project manager. Now we work with all of them, tunafanya kazi, na pia there's another team that is not here, and we are welcoming everybody to Kitenge Fashion Festival going on Saturday at Troopers Mall. Thank you.
Okay, Maxivan said it well. This is one of the biggest events in the region. If you're talking about a fashion event, purely fashion, then Kitenge is actually the biggest in the region. And as usual, this is the most comprehensive talk show. So we are here to talk about the biggest event in the region. And I'll start again with you, Nick. I'll come back to you, Nico, about the history of the event. Of course, this is the 6th edition. What has it taken to come from the 1st, 2nd, 3rd to the 6th edition? And of course, what is different in the 6th edition that was not in the other previous editions?
So this is the 6th edition, and I'll say it's all about consistency. It's all about being creative every year. We started Kitenge 7 years ago. We started Kitenge 7 years ago. The first edition we did at Boma Inn. Now we were expecting a crowd of like almost 300 people, but we had a crowd of 500 guys. Our event is basically more corporate oriented, family oriented. Alafu now when we started it was more corporate and family oriented. And I remember the first edition when we were doing it, one of our guests, actually one of our biggest guests who came all the way from Europe, that was she's called Stella Mwangi, if you know Stella Mwangi. So she saw this thing from Europe and she was so excited and she came to the event because what we were selling it's all about celebrating the African culture, the African vibe. You know, mostly sisi wa Kenya tumezoea tu kuvaa vitu mavazi ya Amerikani huko hivyo. Na it's trending in Kenya. All the biggest brands, they are trending here. Unasikia vijana wanavaa Gucci, sijui mwingine Versace, sijui mwingine anavaa tagalgalgani. Hizo vitu na sisi tuko na vitu zetu zenye hata brand zetu wenyewe. So we are not promoting our own stuff. So we decided to come up with an idea where we will be promoting our own things. And we thought to ourselves, right now ukienda kwa hizi koito, maharusi, rorashio, ukienda to every biggest function right now in Kenya, we have even African events. We thought of the Kitenge. That's where we came up with the idea. And also pushing out models and designers locally. That's where we started.
And one of the viewers is already asking, where is your Kitenges, guys?
Unajua sasa hii luku yetu, acha nikwambie sasa. Hii luku tunaiweka tuivae Saturday.
Nebo is smiling and already checking out the mic.
Alafu unajua leo kulikuwa na watu wanaingia different functions. Like you see after this, Nebo anaenda ofisini pia Max, mimi niko na mjengo yangu pale, nafaa niende nipige corporate show mahali. No, nimevaa Brandy kubwa, Brandy Nick the trend.
Okay, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, these are, of course, before we even go far, it is important that I say that also these are very serious people in this town. Of course, they have talked about their professional lives, and of course, go ahead and promote them and let them. Let's appreciate them for the nice work that they are doing. And the man walking the talk this morning is MC Kalia, because I'm already in my African look. It may not be necessarily Kitenge, but then it is one of the things that comes with it. Nebo, coming back to you, my brother, let's talk about this year's theme. You chose quite a unique theme, promoting SMEs, Buy Kenya, Build Kenya. Of course, first of all, what informs the theme for this year? And people have also been asking, in the previous editions, the theme has kept on changing. How do you make sure that you insist on the theme and make sure that it lives even throughout the event?
Okay, thank you. That's quite a good question. So about themes, we normally go with season. Like our last year theme, it was to promote peace and cohesion through fashion. As you know, last year we were during the election year period, so we are trying to encourage the youths not to be used by politicians and all that. Now, this year our theme is promoting small SMEs in the spirit of Buy Kenya, Build Kenya. Now, after election, you might realize most of these businesses, they are currently struggling in terms of finances, in terms of revenue streams and all that. So we thought, why not? And we approached the county, that's the CC of Trade, and we said we have young entrepreneurs who wish to venture into fashion industry, but you understand we have bylaws that they need to have licenses, they need to have this, but these guys, you find that they don't have that financial capacity for them either to get a license and all that. So we thought, why don't we work together with the county offices and give opportunities to these small SMEs by giving them licenses. So we are trusting on Saturday, we are going to have more a sustainable program to the fashion industry where they'll be able to get licenses, and this can be able to give them an opportunity to do their businesses. So that's the main reason we focused alongside that theme for this year.
Okay.
So we just want to empower the small SMEs, especially those who are in the fashion industries, and these are designers, models, makeup artists, photography, like our brother here and all that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And of course, let me sample a few of the comments and feedback that you're already getting in. Chief Kimboy says, watching to Upper Eldred. Thank you so much. Homeview Homa Bay says, my guys. Austin Olo says, can't wait to attend. Thank you so much. Hype Tyson says, Nicolok from City of Champions, watching live. I'm waiting for this big event, Kitenge. Austin Olo says, Super MC Nick. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Charles Owanga says, it's a vibe. Thank you so much. Johnny King says, big shout out to Super MC Nick. Thank you so much. Na Nick, ni kama umetafuta ka fan base ukawaleta huku.
Mimi
I'm waiting for someone to say hi to Maxivan. Please, guys. Anyway, of course, thank you so much for making time to be with us. I can see because Get Up Chesir says, wapi dress code ya Kitenge. Of course, that has already been answered. And actually, he's buying me tea for coming with the Kitenge. Yeah, so tea on Get Up Chesir. Thank you so much for that. And coming back to you, Max, of course, you've talked about, Nebo has mentioned about how you would insist on the theme. You've actually mentioned that you're the one dealing with the models. You're the one dealing with the image of this particular event. Let's look at insisting the theme of this year, even in implementing the event. How are you going to make sure that the theme of this year is clearly cut out, even as you plan? Of course, I'm sure you're already in the planning process and also at the main event.
As my brother Nebo has mentioned, that this year's theme, we are very, very, very serious when it comes to our theme, because Kitenge was created based on the African fabric, and African fabric is a very important piece of tool that makes our cloth as Africa. This is our identity, and for us to bring this to life is to promote local designers and local models. Local designers, because these are people who dress us. You've said D-Square. D-Square is very unique in his design, right? So why not promote him? Why not go there, purchase something that is locally made for us, locally tailored for you, uniquely tailored for you, so that we can promote our culture? Because Kitenge fabric is part of our culture, and we feel that this event will bring out this year's theme in a very simple way. Just promote local designers, promote local models, so that we can promote local business in that aspect and angle. So I feel like this year has been very important to incorporate the county and our event, so that we see some of these entrepreneurs thrive in this field. And I feel like it's important to all of us, because who doesn't feel good when you're empowering a community? It's always feel like this is exactly what we are all born to do. Because if you look at this period, if you go to any tailor in town, is always busy preparing for Kitenge. And preparing for Kitenge, that means we are promoting local designers. And I feel also that even me myself, I've just hired 3 designers to do 3 designs for me. So also I feel like this is a big step for this organization and this project for this town. And we really want to appreciate the county for coming through for us, because that was a very big step. And it's our dream to ensure that each and every designer, each and every local designer, especially from Eldoret, grows.
Okay, and I'll still come back to you in terms of making sure that the theme doesn't die immediately after the event. Of course, you've insisted on how you can make sure that we are there to it immediately, and even during the event. Let's take, for example, the theme for last year, which was touching on peace and cohesion. How do you make sure that you follow up the theme so that it lives on and never dies?
Each and every year we have different themes. I remember, let's go back to two previous edition. We had tree planting. I think we planted almost more than 5,000 trees, and until today, we usually, like for that edition, we had ambassadors, our own tree ambassadors, where you plant your tree and make sure that for the next 5 years, that is your responsibility. And each and every year, we do follow-ups. For the theme, for last year's theme, we had a lot of sensitization when it comes to peace. If you remember, last year was electioneering period, and you know, we've been painted, especially Uasin have been painted as a county where there's no peace. And also, I disagree with that because Uasin is very, very, very peaceful. And I always want to disapprove people by saying Uasin is even during the election period, is a go-to county in Kenya. So, for us to ensure that we advance this is every time we are hosting our Kitenge Fashion Festival, is that we don't forget our theme. Even if we are on to another theme, we usually don't forget our theme. While we're doing our roadshow, we also remind people about the importance of peace each and every time, as we are also doing another theme for that year. Yes.
Okay, so the themes actually build into each other. Now I'll come back to you, MC Nick, and my question to you would be about the activities, the build-up activities towards the Kitenge Festival 2023. What are some of these activities that you're already engaging in as we head into the 2023 edition, which actually happens to be the 6th one?
Thank you so much. So the first thing that we normally do, we do a poster for the model call and designer call. So this year, that is what we started with after telling people the event is coming. So we did a model call where all the models that we have currently are coming from across the country. We have models from Mombasa, we have models from Kisumu, Moranga, Kisii, Nairobi. We have models from Kitale, Bungoma, and of course models from Eldoret. So basically we do the Kitenge call, then we do the auditions. We did the audition via the website, and we started the selection process with an independent body. We're not the ones who are selecting the models, so we acquired an independent fashion agency that did the registration of the models who are going to be part of Kitenge Fest. Also with the designers. After the model call, we get started now with the process. Of course, the team here with the other team, we start looking for sponsors, pitching proposal, masimu, kutafuta venue, what we're going to do. And then there's another team that handles the model with the Maxivan. And this year we're doing our boot camp. This is the first boot camp we're doing ever in courtesy the sponsorship we've given through Matunda City Resort. Thank you so much, Matunda City Resort. They were able to give us their facility, which is a high-end facility to host our models for 1 week. Currently, the models are at Matunda City Resort. They're there for 1 week doing trainings in modeling, trainings in photography, taking photos, also trainings about life, youth, and dance, preparing for the Kitenge Fest. So it's a process after pitching for sponsors, working, how we're gonna set up the event. It's a whole process that requires a whole team. And I also want to thank our team members who are not here, some of the people who are behind the curtain. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Morning Glory Show. It is the most comprehensive talk show in Kenya today. And if you're tuned in, let me know where exactly you tuned in from. And if you have any questions to ask the directors of the Kitenge Festival, then feel free to shoot those questions. Also, help me share the broadcast. Let's spread the word and make as many people come through. Of course, if you've seen the topic we picked today is actually celebrating the African creativity. And these are Africans who come together to celebrate the creativity that is within us. And if you already are thinking of where to go on Saturday, then you have a choice. You need to attend the Kitenge Festival 2023 edition, which is actually the 6th edition. And of course, Nick, they are mentioning the boot camp. That means that actually they are more prepared this time. of course, expect new things this time. And as we move towards that, let's talk about the partnership and sponsorship. Going to Nebo now, tell us about the partners and the sponsors you have, and of course, in the future, if there is still provision for somebody to partner with you at the moment, of course, tell us, and also how to partner with you in the future, and what you offer to your partners in terms of course, interest.
Okay, so basically, in terms of partners and sponsors, we have quite like a big number. So we also have vendors. Those are guys and small SMEs who buy space so that they can get an opportunity for them to come and sell their product and services. So under Kitenge, during the day we normally have Kitenge Market. So during Kitenge Market we have small SMEs and vendors who have set up their spaces and now they sell their products. So that normally happens on the same day of the event. The Kitenge Market runs from 9 a.m. to around 4 p.m. So we normally encourage guys, and also I'm taking this opportunity also just to invite the community. You can come and buy during the Kitenge Market. This year we are setting up at the parking mall at the Rupas ground. So we'll be having many guys who will be doing or setting up their product and services. So in terms of partners and sponsors as Kitenge, we also have quite good numbers of partners. So this year, by God's grace, we have managed also to seal Safaricom as one of our partners. We have Unga Limited, we have Techno Mobile, we have Cube Energy, and among local partners, we have the likes of Diesel Power, we have Aquadent Clinic, we have the county offices, and we are still opening it up to anyone who wish to come and just to get an experience. With Kitenge, we normally have between 2,000 to 2,500 attendees. So with this, we give opportunities to our partners to come and sell their products, and also brand visibility. As you know, in marketing, brand visibility is very key. So we give brands an opportunity for them just to come and experience, where we can also showcase your video product at the main screen of the event area with more than 2,000 attendees. You get an opportunity to distribute your marketing materials, be it flyers. You get opportunities for you to get MC mentions during the event. So we have a lot, even roadshow mentions. As we cut cross within Uasin Gishu County, you'll be able now just to mention those partners that have been able to come. And we really appreciate each and every partner for supporting Kitenge cause. Yeah. Okay,
and coming to you, Maxivan, of course, when you talk about such an event, then the main thing, when we talk about partnership and sponsorship, publicity becomes a very big and key determinant of the interest that the sponsors will have. Talk about the publicity of the Kitenge Festival 2023 edition.
Yes, for publicity, we have a couple of strategies at hand. That is, one is the roadshow, that is starting in the next day, from Wednesday, for 3 days. That is, we are focusing on the bigger area of Uasin Gishu. So that is also part of publicity for us and for the sponsors, which is very key. We also have influencers. We usually use a lot of influencers from around the country. To mention but a few, that is Laurel Plus. Most of us are also influencers in large part of this country. We have large following. So social media is also one of the biggest tools when it comes to marketing for our brand. Also, we use brand ambassadors, that is the BAs. We have so many guys that we've employed that are going all around on these offices, going to campuses to do activation. That is, what do we call, doing person to person, like talking to people, talking to campus students, talking to corporates, and encouraging them to be part of the event, encouraging them to attend the event, selling tickets to ensure that we have bigger number for the event. So marketing is a very important tool for any event, especially for us. We try so hard to ensure that we have exhausted all avenues when it comes to marketing.
Okay, thank you so much for that. MC Nick, let's talk about what I'm getting as a person when I attend the Kitenge Festival 2023. I'm not an investor. I just want to attend the event. What am I getting at the end of the rope?
You just want to attend the event, and I'm assuring you, you will enjoy the night because you see the preparation that we've done with this event. Actually, with the models, they are preparing to give you a very wonderful show. What matters for us is the setup, the show itself, what we are selling. We are selling the design work. We have some of the best designers from this country. We have designers who have worked with big celebrities. They are coming through to show us the other angle of how you can wear your designs. We're going to be auctioning their dresses, the outfits that they've made on stage, because now we want people to embrace the African creativity kabisa. Right now, you see in our parliament on Friday, it was dedicated that people should wear kitenge outfits. I remember there was a day Mheshimiwa Babu Owino was being asked, Babu, you want to talk and yet you're not wearing kitenge and this is Friday. And Babu joked that his inner garment was made out of kitenge. You see, actually, even if you want to wear from the inner garment coming outside, that's well and good. We want our designers from kitenge, from the Kenyan market. We want them to make kitenge for the honorables of this country. So the show is going to be wonderful. We are preparing something exquisite, something beautiful, something memorable, and we're requesting guys. I've seen someone asking how is he gonna get the ticket. So we have a platform where you can buy tickets simply through your phone, the USSD. You dial *453*66#.
Okay, let's get that slowly so that we are able to pin it.
To buy tickets.
Okay, I don't know if I'm able to do it. Let's go. So you said star
453 star 66#.
66.
So when you dial that number, it will prompt you. So we have different variations. We have the regular, where you're gonna buy at 1,000 shillings. We have the VIP, where you're buying the VIP at 2,000 shillings. And then we have the VVIP, where you're getting it at 3,000 Kenyan shillings. And also we have the group tickets, where if you're coming with a group, you're buying it at 3,800. Also, if you're not able to use the USSD code, you just go into the link www.madfun.com. Madfun are the guys who are handling our tickets. So all our tickets we are getting from Madfun. It's a ticketing company. And good news, because of the people, mostly campus students, guys have been saying, hey Maze, we want to pay any tickets. So today we're gonna give out complimentary tickets. Each tutapena complimentary tickets.
Okay.
So, courtesy of Very
nice media and Dawi photography. Okay, thank you so much. And I would just want to give you the criteria for that. Of course, the person, let's just make this very simple, very simple. Give me a very good reason why you deserve the Kitenge complimentary ticket VIP on the comment section. VIP ticket. Tell me, give me a very beautiful reason why you or the person you're nominating deserves a VIP complimentary ticket. We have 3 tickets, of course, so make sure that you give me a very good reason why you deserve that particular ticket.
That's very nice.
As I was saying,
4 tickets, including yours too.
Okay, including mine.
Yeah.
So actually, I need to give out also mine.
Yes.
Okay, now mine. Okay, so continue telling me the reason why you really deserve, or the person you are nominating deserve that particular ticket. We'll be giving it out at the end of this particular show, Nick.
So free VIP complimentary tickets. Ekeni hapo, andika kitu tamu mzuri tufurahishe, and then we'll give you the ticket. So as I was saying also, for the guys who are buying tickets, this coming Wednesday, which is tomorrow, we are having a major flash sale. So we've done a reduction of the tickets, where we will be giving out, it's an offer for people from Eldoret, and it's a one-day thing, so we're not gonna repeat it again. So we're having a major flash sale where we're gonna reduce the regular ticket to 500, and also the VIP. VVIP hatuchezi nayo, watu ya VVIP wako na pesa sana. So that is that, and we're asking guys to buy the tickets because the event is going to be classic. We have a very wonderful band to start off the event. It's called the Big Afrique Band. We have one of the biggest artists from Eldoret. This guy, Maze, killed it at Shin City, Afrofest. The guy is called John Isaiah. giving good vibes to the ladies. We have DJ M, he plays at Tamasha everywhere. We have MC Kiptabut, one of the biggest MCs from our town, doing good globally, nationally. And then of course we have Oga Obina from Kiss 100 FM. This guy is funny. He's gonna be giving us we're gonna be laughing through the night. And of course the fashion icon, the biggest actress in not only Kenya, in Africa and in the world, currently from South Africa Netflix. She was invited to be one of the hosts of one of the biggest movies, the Shalom. Ket actress is coming to Eldoret for the first time. She's iconic when it gets into fashion. So Ket actress will be one of the hosts. And then of course with an amazing after party, we've invited one of the biggest DJs, Africa #1's DJ, the Dark Child, DJ Gibbs. We're gonna have an amazing after party where people now will be enjoying music and getting to interact, just getting to feel the African vibes. It's all about Kwaito, Afrobeat, Kenyan music, Amapiano, and I'm assuring you it's gonna be dope.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Of course, Nick being an MC from time to time will decide to host himself, and we'll sit back and and watch the show.
To switch. Ukuje pia hapa mimi nianze nikuulize maswali sasa.
Anyway, thank you so much for the good information. Now, coming back to you, Nebo. Let's talk about the choice of venue. Let's talk about the security detail for that particular event. And also, of course, Nick has mentioned 3 different categories. What does it mean to be in VVIP? What does it mean to be VIP? And what does it mean to have a regular ticket?
Okay, nice. So, depending on the choice of the venue, as you know, Kitenge is a high-end event. So that's why each and every year we normally choose to work with it within Rupa's grounds. So our 3rd edition, we hosted it at the Rupa's Mall Hall. That's at the 2nd floor. But now because of the numbers surpassing the event in holding capacity at that time, so we decided to move to Rupa's ground. So for the previous 2 editions, we have been hosting it at the Rupa's Mall ground, and the security there is quite well. I think this is one of the only event in Eldoret. You understand, sometimes tukipika pale sports club, you know what normally happens there.
Kuna wageni ututembelea.
Yeah, kuna majirani wetu ya Langas wanafanya mambo. So, but now at Rupa's tunashukuru also because of the Rupa's management, the security there is quite tight. So we'll be able to give our clients the feel and the experience that they have been looking for. And then in terms now of the ticket categories, we have a regular ticket going at 1,000 bob.
Of course, what's the difference, bro, between a regular ticket and a VIP?
Okay, so for regular ticket, what's main the difference first is the seating arrangement. Now at the regular, you'll sit on nice, well-dressed plastic seats with well spandex, and then with a touch of kitenge. Then at the VIP area, now that is close to the stage. At the VIP area, we have well banquet seats. Courtesy of Spiffing Events Limited, they are doing quite an awesome job for us. So we are giving our VIP attendees an amazing look. Now at the VVIP area, now we are a place where the bosses sit, the likes of you, Mr. Kalia here. So you see at the VVIP area, we have a round table type of setup, and then you also get an access to the model, to the backstage where you can be able to take photos with the models. You can be able to take photos with the host, that is Oga Obina, Ket actress, and then you get access to the waiters and you get some few bitings at the event. So basically that's the main difference.
So VVIP bana pale ni kama uko kwa restaurant na bado kuna muziki safi na unatizama kila kitu vizuri.
Na unaona model ndo huyu.
Yeah. Umesema unaona model ndio huyu.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Anyway, I don't want to be cheeky. Because I can actually be. Now, coming back to you, Maxivan, somebody is actually asking, first of all, how would models planning to participate in the next edition be able to join and participate? And then, of course, there's already somebody also answering the question we asked. And so, because I'll be dressing on the best Kitenge outfit for the day, and I'll be with my beautiful wife as well on a wonderful Kitenge. All these outfits shall be made in Kenya by Kenyan fabric and by Kenyan designers. Of course, the competition is on. Let me hear what somebody else is saying. Of course, I can see other feedback, but not your time to read the feedback. Let's go back to Maxiva and then come back to your feedback. In the meantime, tell me why you really deserve to get this ticket to be at the VIP during the Kitenge Festival going down on the 29th April 2023, this coming Saturday. Let's go back to you. We were asking about first of all, models would want to join in next year. And in addition to that, of course, there is something I would want to also ask you about the journey, the process so far. Bro, as we come to the home stretch of this particular conversation, you've done 6 editions. You've been part of each of them. What are some of these challenges that you've gone through? What are some of the things that you wish should change for the people planning events in this region, both from government, from the wananchi, and for many other stakeholders within this particular region?
First of all, I just want to answer the question from the comments. For you to participate as a model, you need to be on the lookout for the next year's edition, where we usually do our model call very early, usually a month or 2 before the event. Let's say start from every January. We do a model call, we do the auditions, and then now we select. And remember, we have a different body that we hire to select models. So it should be on the lookout each and every year. For the question, where the challenges of this project, we have a couple of challenges. First of all is the giant in the room, that is finances. Usually, before you do any event, you also have to think about the finance. How are you going to finance your project? How are you going to finance your event to be a successful event? And most of the time, you have to look for sponsors. And sometimes, like a good example is like last year during election, most sponsors will not sponsor your event because it's during the election period. They tend to step back because they feel like, what if we sponsor an event and there's a lot of chaos during the election? So some of the challenges that we face as of event organizers is most sponsors really doesn't believe in a project until they see it live. No, and I really want to encourage most of our sponsors that most of these projects come from way back. And when you look back to maybe a good example, Kitenge, we've done 6 editions. There's been a lot of success stories all the way through. So I feel I feel like most of these sponsors should be part and parcel of these projects because it's a visibility for them. It's marketing for them. Most of them are even coming on board on a CSR aspect of it. And biggest challenge usually is financing the project, because sometimes even we go deeper to our pocket to finance the event, and it really drains you as a person, because most of us, we need to support our families and all that, but you have to make sure that the event is a success, because wezi fanya event alafu wache yanguke, bro. It won't. No, it will be a disgrace for you to come all the way and fail at the peak point. And I just want to encourage most of our corporates, mostly in our town, to support such kind of project, support such kind of creative projects that, we have so many projects coming in, and I feel it should be supported fully, starting from our government.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Nico, before we go to the highlights, I'll start with Nick. Before we go to the highlights, I'll just come back to you, Nebo. Before we go to the highlights, of course, still give us one big thing that you feel a lot of people do not understand about the event industry. You do events day in, day out, bro. You're always on the mic. What is that one thing that you feel the people have not or needs to change in the events industry?
What I will say not everybody is an event planner. And event planning, event management, event consultancy, not everybody is an event planner. Hiyo ndio imekuwa shida na Eldoret. people in Eldoret, you just wake up any day, you think you can organize an event. We've been seeing people doing shady events. Sorry to say this. We've seen people organizing shady events. We've seen people coming all the way from other towns, coming to Eldoret town, doing shady events, and then they leave a bad image with the event industry. You see, I think you should let people who are good in it do it. When you have an event, when you want to organize an event, it doesn't mean you cannot consult with me, Nebo, Max, or any other parties who are out there who are good in events, because being an event organizer takes a lot. Number one, you have to be with good rapport with the sponsors. You need to have a high number of contacts with the biggest office in most of these any companies. You need to have a good rapport with the marketing offices. They need to see your product. What is the product you're bringing on board? Security agencies. You see, most events that we've been doing in Eldoret, zimekuwa na a lot of security problems. You go to an event, unasikia watu waliibiwa simu, watu walifanywa nini, magari za watu zilivunjwa. Believe you me, there's somebody who is seated at home anasema me I cannot go to a concert. Na pia kuna mtu anasema me I cannot go to a club event. You see, some people will rather the people always consider their safety, security. So that's why I'm telling people, kindly, when you're organizing an event, work with the right parties. Work with the right parties. Like currently at Kitenge Fashion Fest, imagine we're doing the event at Rupa's Mall, right? But we've hired a security team all the way from Nairobi. One of the security team that handled Shin City, the security was very well organized. And this guy is a professional with the experience of more than 20 years. When I was growing up, I knew this guy. He's the head of security. You see, security matters. So when you're organizing an event, usifanye kila kitu. Si wewe ndio unaenda kutafuta sponsor. Si wewe ndio umejiweka kwa poster. I am an MC. I'm MC Nick. I believe I'm good at what I do. I'm a corporate MC. I'm a hyped up MC. Are you seeing me on the poster?
I haven't seen you. Why?
For the last 3 years. Sijaweka ati kwa poster ati hapo ati nafanya ndaingia tu kidogo nisalimie watu nitoke, si ndio? Cause it's not good to do everything. Give other people opportunities. You see? So that's why it's always good as an event planner, work with the right team. There's a big team behind the three of us. There's a big team. We've employed people starting January. Mtu tulianza kumlipa mshahara January. Wakati hata hatuna pesa, tunatoa tu kwa ile savings kidogo yenye tulikuwa tumesave. And when you want to plan an event, look for the right people. We have Nebo, we have Max Ivan, I am here. We have other parties. Come, tell them this is the product that I have. This is what I want to do. What do you see? Huyo mtu anaangalia hivi, mnaelewana mambo moja mbili tatu, and then you work, you pull, unamsaidia, event inakuwa successful. Lakini ukianza kujifanyia, wewe ndo hata siku ya event wewe ndo unapatikana kwa hema, unaweka hema, wewe ndo unabeba speaker. No. Aiendangi hivyo.
Okay. It's getting sweet, and when it gets sweet, you'll forget you are the host and start participating in the conversation. Anyway, Nebo, still about the challenges we go through in this region when planning events.
Okay, main challenge, I'll just also support my brother what he had said earlier regarding partnership and sponsors. Because now, Ms. MC Kalia, I might ask you a question. When you mention Kitenge, what is the first corporate company that comes in your mind locally?
Okay, I wouldn't want to mention any brand, but I would say the companies that...
We are free to mention any brand.
No, it is my show. We are not free to.
Okay. Am I allowed to do so?
Okay, you can go ahead.
Okay, like basically within Uasin Gishu County, when you mention Kitenge, we have one of the biggest fabric company, that is Rivertex. So for over years as a team, we have been trying to knock doors at Rivertex company each and every year, hoping that at least we get support. We are not calling for financial support. What are we calling for? We have designers who have very good creative arts, but now because of the financial muscles, these are young people within Uasin Gishu County. They cannot be able to come up with a material cost that can be able to dress either 15 to 20 models. So they are kind of limited for them to expose their skills and all that. So we have just been requesting a simple request. Why don't you just give us fabrics? We give these fabrics to our designers, and then these young designers can be able to showcase their different artistic levels on different design work and all that. but bro, sorry to say this, wapi. So we fail to understand, are they not seeing the vision that we see, or are we trying to interact maybe with old gobos whom they are not understanding young people's vision? Where I'll also call to the government. I think it's high time, let us empower the young generation. Our time is now. Tulikuwa tunaambiwa vijana ni walida wa kesho. No, we have grown. Tuko 3-0 sahi, wase wengi wako third floor. Our time is now. And also to cooperate outside here, let us just encourage and support this cause. Another thing we are calling upon is the government. As we see, for us to organize events, as you mentioned, we need to create awareness about the event. For us to do this, we need to do road shows, we need to do street banners, we need to do posters. We have brand ambassadors that they need to move out from different office in terms when we create business-to-business marketing opportunities. What happens? We have quite heavy taxes upon event planners. For someone to mount a street banner at the county CBD, you need to pay 3,000 for a street banner, a piece. Assuming you have 5 banners, that is 15,000 a day. Assuming you want to do your marketing for 10 days, that is up to 150,000. No. So we are just calling for county government, especially with the new government, that is Honorable Chebi. Chelilim, we really went out tukatembea na koti moja. We are asking you as event planners, kindly consider us event planners. We really need to empower the young creatives, but now we have challenges when it comes for us to execute. That is in terms of marketing and planning. Also, we need bylaws within the county. We have, Juzi, I saw, we are hosting a marathon view at the county screen. So unfortunately, all the service provider, they came from Nairobi. But yet we have local service provider who can be able to do that job. So I think it's high time as a county government also we need to have laws to protect the people for Uasin Gishu County. So event planners, they need at least to get discount, not 100% waivers, but at least a discounted rate, because also we understand they need to generate revenue for the county. But as young people, we are just asking for fair and affordable rates. For you to host a road show within the county, you need to spend up to 30,000 a day. If you want to do it for 5 days, consider also the marketing material. So you find that the marketing budget for event cut up close to 500 to 600,000. So you find the young people, they may have vision to create the events, but now they are limited. Failure for them to do good marketing, failure for them to have good crowd, failure for them to get enough budgets even to pay for the security. I think that's the main challenge that we are facing as planners within Uasin Gishu County.
And of course, I hope there's something that can be done. Maybe we need to still think. Somebody the other day was telling me about how government works, of course. and at times maybe we really still need to also, we could even be having bylaws, but then also the implementation bit of it is also a key factor. Now, there's a lot to unpack, but the time is already against us. And so I'll go to Max Van. Just give us the highlights you've had in the 6th edition, or the 5 editions you've already organized, and go ahead and also give us your parting shot.
For me, the highlights is this has been an amazing project. This has been it's a wake-up call for us. It's the experience that we've had for the last 6 years is our town is beautiful and it's growing, and where we are right now is we are somewhere that we've never imagined as a team. Like each and every one of us individually have grown differently, with our brands, and I feel like we need to promote each other in one way or another, and for us to promote each other, we grow. And what was the other question?
Of course, your parting shot.
My parting shot today is when you have a dream, don't let it go. Hold on to it, fight for it, be consistent. I always tell people, when you have a project that feel like it needs to be shared out there, be consistent with it. Always keep on pushing, and I feel like it always end up to be something good for you and your brand and everything.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Nebo, of course, give us your highlight, your biggest moment in the journey, and go ahead and also give us your closing remarks.
Okay, my biggest moment in the journey as one of the directors of Kitenge Fest, that is during our last year edition. managing to bring Safaricom on board. It was quite an honor, and also working also now, and also this year getting support from the county. It's quite an honor. Tunaona mbele pazuri with the new regime. My shout out, just Eldoret guys, let's meet on 29th at Troopers Mall. Let us come and experience the African vibe, the African print. Let us come dressed in our kitenge. Imagine in a place where everyone amepiga look ya kitenge. With the good music, we have good designers that they are going to showcase different design. And this is our own, in the spirit of Buy Kenya, Build Kenya. We are bringing it up in the spirit of Buy Eldoret, Build Eldoret. Come and attend Kitenge Fashion Festival, and looking forward for a successful event.
Okay, thank you so much for that, and thank you so much for creating time to be with us this morning. Nick, give us your highlight, your biggest moment, and then go ahead and give your
thank you so much, Kalia. I've had many highlights with Kitenge Fashion Festival. As even Nebo said, Safaricom coming on board was a very big highlight. But this year, my highlight is this year. This year we were able to do something that we were not able even to think we can do it, having the boot camp. You see, boot camp is a whole thing on itself. It's an event on its own. And we are documenting it. So we're going to share it with you guys. It's like a big brother. Imagine for a whole week having young people pack their bags, come from all the way. Mtu ametoka Mombasa, amepanda ndege, shwa, amekuja Eldoret. We have good trainers there. So for me, that's a big highlight. And I say with Kitenge Fest, there is growth. Currently, I can say we've a lot of many young people have passed through Kitenge Fest. Most of our young people right now, models, are on billboards. The other day, tuliona one of our model, Joy, akiwa kwa billboard hata hapa Zanmol across the country. We've seen some of our models working with big brands such as Vivo, Darling, Nivea. Some of the models who have passed through Kitenge Fashion Fest. We've seen our designers, some of the designers who have been part of Kitenge Fest, going to South Africa, going to Norway. There's one who went to Dubai for fashion events and also to promote the African fabric. So I can say also that is a highlight on its own. And some of the guys we've been working with the team itself, I can also say with their own personal life, there is growth. And Mungu amekuwa now, that's an highlight. My parting shot was when you tuko live, say, the guys who are watching, if you're gonna watch this, first of all, just make sure you buy your ticket, attend the Kitenge Fashion Festival on Saturday. The ticketing code are there. Just buy the Kitenge. And all the young people who are outside there, you're watching us, just dare to dream. There's nothing wrong with dreaming. There's hope. Dare to dream. Just believe in what you have and it will come through. So thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Morning Glory Show. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for making time to be on the show. And the time has come to give out the 4 tickets. Of course, I'll start with... do you want me to give each of you a chance to give it out, or I give out the 4 of them?
You give out the 4.
I give out the 4 of them. Okay, thank you. So, first of all, on today's show, the person who's done a lot in terms of making sure that... we have, in terms of making sure that, in terms of engagement, is somebody called Austin Olo. Austin Olo said that he's actually been so active on this particular show. So because he wants to come with his wife, I'll buy his wife the ticket, then he'll be the one to buy the other ticket. So Olo, I'm giving you 1 ticket so that you have 1. So now you'll only be buying 1 for your person. Secondly, the second one, I would want to give it to someone who said they'll be traveling all the way from Nairobi. Let me just get that particular comment. And hope I get the comment, because if I don't get it, then inaweza kutoka rahisi. Anasema, can see some of the other comments. My directors are also helping me do this. I've attended all the 5 editions of the Kitenge. And me traveling to LD from Nai is just pure love for Eldoret creatives and the whole love and the love of the fabric. I think that deserves. So we have Honorable Engineer Chepchirchiri Sharon Boset. Jesus, the name is too long. But then you have the ticket. And then the last ticket, there is somebody who does a lot to make sure that this show comes to free tuition. As somebody who wakes up every morning, before I arrive here, he has already done the set and everything. So I'd want to give the next one to our producer and director, Kim, for the good work he does. I think Nick has been here before. He's seen the effort he keeps. Unajua kuamka every time 6, that goes beyond, it goes beyond anything else, because commitment is what matters. So I'll give it to him. And then there is one person who always comes from the diaspora. Even right now, they have not streamed in, but she'll later watch and send me a review. She'll tell me about how I dressed. She'll tell me about the questions I didn't ask. She'll tell me about everything. There's a lady called Vayo Celtic Babe. She's watched every edition of these shows. She'll even tell me about how you guys answer the questions. So I feel she's not actually participated in this particular show, but for what she always does, then I'll give her the ticket. She's not around, but she will choose who to give, because I understand she's been tuning in from the United States of America. So she will choose who to give the ticket. So for that, and with that, of course, I hope I've been fair enough. And hope the quality assurance. Let me give Nebo for quality assurance. Do you feel the tickets have been given out well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is 2 minutes past the hour 9 in the AM. My name is MC Kalia. This is the Morning Glory Show. It is the most comprehensive talk show in Kenya today, coming live from Dawi Afrique Photography. So, make sure that anytime you have anything that needs video or photo production, work with Dawi Afrique Photography. Walk into D Square School of Fashion Design and come out as one of the finest fashion designers in the region. As we finish, I'll finish with the words that Nick, was it Nick? No, I think it was Maxivan who said that, or it was both, who say that when you have a dream, make sure that you push it until you see something happening. Of course, that is a paraphrase. Till next time, tomorrow we're talking about health. On the Healthy, Wealthy, Wise edition, we'll be having a doctor from Top Hill Hospital improving our health education. So till next time, have a beautiful, beautiful day.